Good morning, everyone. It's Jeremy at Landmark Ford. We're going to ask our expert here today whether you should use your tax money as a down payment or to just buy a car.
Hi, everybody. That's an interesting question because it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. So there's a couple things you need to consider if you're going to get a tax return that's big enough to buy a car outright. You know, a $5,000 car, or should you use that as a down payment to buy a car and still have monthly payments and get a nicer car, of course. Well, a couple things you need to look at yourself. It's a great time. There's not many ways that's better to build your credit than a car loan. So there's some people that can't get a good car loan without a down payment, so this is about the only time of the year that they can do that. If you fall into that camp, that's not enough to just say, well, I should put it down and get a car loan and get good credit, because if you can't make the payments for the next couple of years, you wasted the money. So if you're going to be able to, you have the income to support the payment, say a $300 payment, for example, and you'll be able to make that and insurance. It is a great way to build your credit and have a nice, reliable car. So if you got a job and you're trying to build your credit back up, put down a good chunk of your tax return, get a more reliable car, make payments, reestablish your credit. So then there's the other camp. Am I getting a big chunk of tax money back, but I really don't have the means to make a monthly payment? You'd be better off just buying a car outright. And I recommend, a reputable dealer. If you're not very mechanically inclined, taking it to a mechanic of your own and getting it looked over. But if it's a cheap car, because the cars do go up at this time of year because there's a lot of tax people looking for those cars. So if you're going to buy a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 car, you might be back in the same boat again next year or 2 years from now because of what you can get with that amount of money. But so to recap, there's not a one answer fits all. If you need to reestablish credit and you have the means to make a monthly payment, I'd put it down. If you don't, I'd just buy reliable transportation. They're the best I could get for now. That's all. Come see us at Landmark Ford. Jason Young signing out.